world where every door emits an eerie creak and darkness engulfs every corner, tarot immerses its audience in a realm saturated with horror cliches. Co-written, directed, and executive produced by the talented duo of Spenser Cohen and Anna Halberg, known for their captivating podcast series Classified, this supernatural thriller skillfully employs the genre's most overused techniques to keep viewers perched on the edge of their seats. The story revolves around Haley, the resilient final girl, portrayed by the talented Harriet Slater, who is grappling with the aftermath of a painful breakup with Grant, played by the charismatic Adain Bradley. Their incompatible communication styles, with Grant being a Leo and Haley an Aquarius, have caused their relationship to crumble. Alongside Haley, we have the lovable comedic sidekick Paxton, portrayed by the brilliant Jacob Batalon from Spider-Man, and the deeply enamored couple Elisa and Paige, brought to life by the talented Larsen Thompson and Avantika from Mean Girls. Additionally, we have Madeline and Lucas, portrayed by the captivating Humberly González and Wolfgang Novogratz, respectively, who are oblivious to their hidden feelings for each other. As the friends embark on their stay at an Airbnb, their quest for alcohol leads them to foolishly break into a room ominously marked, "Keep Out." Instead of finding spirits of the liquid kind, they stumble upon a dusty assortment of occult artifacts, with the centerpiece being a deck of exquisitely hand-painted tarot cards nestled within a wooden box. Haley, an amateur student of astrology, strongly advises against tampering with someone else's tarot cards, but Elise manages to convince her to give readings to each member of their group. Surprisingly, everyone seems satisfied with the predictions Haley makes, even though each of them receives a card depicting a terrifying figure such as the Fool, the Magician, the Devil, or even Death. Despite the eerie nature of these cards, they all brush it off and continue with their college lives, completely unfazed. Little do they know, they are about to experience a horrifying twist on the classic horror trope of the group gets killed off one by one. Elise becomes the first victim of this cursed tarot deck. After returning from the rental place, she heads back to her hostel. Suddenly, a loud knock on her door startles her. Curiosity gets the better of her, and she steps out of her room to investigate. To her surprise, she finds the door leading to the roof wide open. As she cautiously ascends the stairs, she is met with a chilling sight: a multitude of candles illuminating the rooftop. In a tragic turn of events, Elise slips and falls to the ground, right into the clutches of the vengeful ghost. It seems that the tarot's predictions are coming true in the most sinister way possible. Lucas, unaware of Elise's fate, becomes the next target. Making his way home, he finds himself walking through a dimly lit metro station. The flickering lights add an eerie atmosphere to his surroundings. As he quickens his pace, he witnesses the lights extinguishing one by one, plunging the area into darkness. Fear grips him as he realizes that something is terribly wrong. Desperate to escape, Lucas races towards the train stopping area. In a moment of desperation, he discovers a discarded newspaper on the ground, its ominous headline foretelling his death on that very day. Panic sets in, and he seeks refuge inside a train, hoping to hide from the malevolent presence haunting him. However, fate has other plans, as the ghost relentlessly pursues him. In a heart-stopping moment, Lucas is forced to jump from the train, only to meet a tragic end when another train collides with him. The tarot's predictions continue to unfold, leaving a trail of death and despair in its wake. The incident has left the groups in a state of terror, facing intense questioning by the police. The survivors, overwhelmed with grief, come together to try and understand the tragic losses they have suffered. However, as another friend meets a mysterious demise, suspicions arise among Haley, Paxton, and the others that these deaths are not mere accidents. Haley's realization that her tarot readings had eerily predicted the fate of their friends sends shockwaves through the group, hinting at a grim future for all of them. As they delve deeper into the cryptic messages from the readings, they find themselves haunted by ghostly apparitions that seem intent on causing harm. In a desperate search for answers, Haley stumbles upon a blog about death tarot readings and seeks out the astrologist behind it, Ms. Astrin. Ms. Astron reveals a chilling tale of her own survival, attributing it to her involvement in the cursed tarot box, which harbors the vengeful spirit of a necromancer seeking retribution for her daughter's murder. With the group dwindling rapidly, Ms. Astron imparts a dire warning that they must find a way to break the curse that binds them to the malevolent spirit within the tarot cards. As they grapple with the looming threat of their own impending deaths, the race to unravel the curse becomes a matter of life and death. As they made their way back, their car suddenly shut off, leaving them in darkness. Eerie sounds filled the air, and the car sensors began blinking erratically, sending shivers down their spines. The group was gripped with fear, and in a moment of panic, Madeline bolted out of the car and started running into the night. The ghostly presence seemed to be hunting Madeline, and before anyone could react, a rope snaked around her neck, hoisting her up into the air. The group watched in horror as she met a tragic end, dangling lifelessly. Haley, Grant, and Paige were determined to return to the rental house in search of the tarot, but Paxton was adamant about heading back to his own place, despite the unsettling events. Paxton made his way home, the night growing more ominous with each step. When he finally arrived at his apartment building, a chilling sight awaited him, a creepy clown standing in the shadows. With a surge of fear, he rushed towards the elevator, frantically pressing the button for the 5th floor. The flickering lights inside the lift added to the sense of dread, and as the doors slid open, he was met with the terrifying sight of the clown lurking just outside. And then, darkness enveloped everything. In the meantime, Haley, Paige, and Grant finally arrived at the rental house, eager to continue their search. As they scoured the place, their eyes fell upon the mysterious tarot box. Determined to rid themselves of its dark presence, they attempted to set the tarot cards ablaze, only to discover that they were inexplicably resistant to fire. Realizing they needed assistance, they urgently reached out to Ms. Astron for guidance. Without wasting a moment, Ms. Astron rushed to their aid, fully aware of the gravity of the situation. She performed a ritual, hoping to summon the spirits of the lady necromancers who could potentially help them. However, to their horror, the summoned spirits turned against Ms. Astron, mercilessly ending her life. Filled with terror, the 3 friends fled for their lives, desperately trying to escape the clutches of the vengeful spirits. Unfortunately, Paige had already become separated from the group, stumbling upon a sinister magician who sent chills down her spine. Frantically, Paige sprinted away from the creepy magician, seeking refuge inside a nearby magic box. As she hid, her heart pounding in her chest, the box suddenly locked itself, trapping her inside. The malevolent magician, armed with a saw, approached the box and ruthlessly cut through it. Tragically, Paige met her untimely demise right then and there, leaving Grant and Haley devastated and filled with a renewed determination to destroy the cursed tarot. United in their mission, Grant and Haley began to brainstorm ways to rid themselves of the tarot's malefic influence. After much contemplation, they stumbled upon a revelation. They needed to consult the necromancer tarot reading. With a mix of trepidation and hope, they delved into the reading, hoping it would provide them with the key to their salvation. As they completed the reading, a surge of energy coursed through the room, causing all the tarot cards to burst into flames, finally freeing them from the clutches of darkness. Relieved and exhausted, Grant and Haley emerged from the haunted house, their spirits lifted by the successful destruction of the tarot. Just as they thought their ordeal was over, Paxton, their loyal friend, arrived to pick them up, offering a much-needed sense of safety and comfort. Together, they left the horrors behind, grateful to have survived the nightmarish encounter with the supernatural. The horror film Tarot may not leave a lasting impression due to its lackluster characters and simplistic storyline, but it does excel in delivering scares while adhering to a PG-13 rating. Despite its shortcomings, Tarot manages to create some truly chilling moments that stand out as some of the most terrifying scenes in recent PG-13 horror films. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all the horror movie breakdowns and reviews on our channel. Join our community of horror enthusiasts, and never miss out on our in-depth analysis and opinions on your favorite scary films. Subscribe now for more spine-chilling content.